this is Fernando Pimentel, BehindTheGloves.com here. I'm with Abel Sanchez, trainer of Gennady Golovkin. And Abel, as I just explained it to you, and as you were just told right now, breaking news out of Golden Boy offices down here in downtown Los Angeles is that Canelo has officially withdrawn from the May 5th rematch versus your fighter, Gennady Golovkin. Just your initial thoughts on that.
You know, like I said, you just told me what happened. I had no clue of it. I was out the mountain doing some shopping for my camp. So I'm not surprised because I think that would have happened anyway on the hearing date. You there?
Yes, I am still here.
Okay.
Yeah,
on the hearing date. Yeah. On the hearing date. But good. At least he's telling something. But we go from here. For us, it's business as usual, and we're trying to fight on the 5th of May. I'm glad that he did that just so that it clears things up.
Now, here's my question, because you said something very telling there. So you were somewhat expecting this to happen on April 18th, correct?
Well, I think that the commission rules specify that for a first offender, there's a certain kind of punishment. So I assume that the commission would have put some kind of sanction on it, some kind of punishment. I don't know what it's going to be or what it was going to be, but the rules specify that there is some kind of punishment.
Well, obviously today being April 3rd, it's 15 days before the hearing was supposed to take place. So I'm assuming you are more relieved at the fact that something like this was taken care of much quicker than it would have if we would have waited for the commission, correct?
Oh, absolutely, because I think it allows the fans, it allows Tom Loeffler, it allows everybody concerned to move forward with something else and be able to announce something, be able to take care of Gennady's fight for the 5th in a manner where it leaves us a little time to do it. The other way, it just would have been very hard to wait until the 18th. So I think it makes it easier in a lot of areas.
Now, there's something on April 5th going on with the Nevada State Athletic Commission as well, that Tom Loeffler and Triple G Promotions are trying to take over the card now, considering that Canelo has withdrawn. From what you know, or from any information that you have, if you have any, do you know if it's going to still remain in Las Vegas, or are they going to try to move it elsewhere?
You know, I'm the coach. I don't handle any of that. Gennady's reps for GGG Promotions and Tom Loeffler are the ones that handle that, so I have no clue. I didn't even know there was something going on the 5th of April. I'm in the gym training my guys, and when they tell me that this happened, and there.
All right, so moving back on this Canelo situation, because obviously even with him withdrawing, it still will not go away for right now, considering the fact that if he does get punished, he will more than likely be able to fight again in September or even May of next year. And obviously the rematch is still going to be, tantalizing to fans out there because they want to see it through to the first one. You're just going to go, since you said you're the coach, you're just going to go day by day, work with Gennady for this upcoming fight May 5th, if the fight still happens May 5th versus somebody else, but you're still going to push and continue to talk and seek that Canelo rematch, correct?
Oh, of course. I think that's a fight that the fans are clamoring for. I think that the first one left a lot of questions and some things unanswered. So, yeah, of course we're going to push for that. But right now we have to be concerned with what's next. And what's next is the 5th, if it happens, or another date that Tom sets up. But I think that fight has to happen eventually.
Do you fear at any point in time, because obviously I know you pay attention to things that are said once fights happen. After the last fight, a lot of people have said that Gennady is not as destructive as he was before because he wasn't able to pick out Jacobs in March, then wasn't able to pick out Canelo in September. Do you fear that maybe Gennady's getting older? Obviously he is, but he's getting older in boxing-wise, and maybe that's stopping him from being what he was a couple years back?
You know what? There's a lot of geniuses on the internet. There's a lot of geniuses out there predicting and having an opinion. The only thing that I have to be concerned about is my fighter, and I could care less what people say. I could care less what is written, because to this date nobody's been able to handle him. So if he's getting old, I wish somebody would show us that in the ring. Canelo knocked out a bunch of guys before that, and he couldn't do nothing with Golovkin. So is Canelo getting old? You know, it just is stupidity. I think that's all the opinions that are out there that are people that are uninformed and don't know the sport.
Okay, and ultimately, repeating once again, just you're glad that this chapter, this situation right here is done with. Obviously,
Yeah,
we still have the hearing on the 18th, but just the fact that Canelo himself has withdrawn from the event, considering the 2 failed drug tests, and is going to go through whatever the Nevada State Athletic Commission puts him through. If they tell him he's suspended, he has to go through tests. We're just happy that this little chapter in this Gennady versus Canelo book is done.
Yeah, I think it's honorable on his part and on Oscar's part to allow the other parties to go on with their careers, with whatever it is that they're going to do, because he can't participate on the 5th. So now let's let the other people go through it to whatever their plans are. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing for boxing.
Well, Abel, I'd like to thank you for your time for this. Obviously, this is something that I wrote to you. You hadn't heard it because, like you said, you were shopping. So I'm glad you're able to take the time and speak to me about this. Obviously, if Gennady does fight on the 5th, I'll see more of you, and we'll be able to discuss more of Gennady and whoever the opponent is at that point in time. But I wish you and the team the best of luck, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you, Fernando. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else